How you doing? My name is Joe Lynch, part of the Creative Computing Year 4 course. I'm going to be demonstrating my final year project, which is a Linux Bash learning environment. So I've named the environment BashBuster with the domain bashbuster.org. So some of the features here, we've captured flag challenges, we have a dedicated Ubuntu server, we have some Bash learning, we have tips and terminology, user accounts, direct support, the leaderboards full of challenges, and custom server permissions. So the first thing I'm going to show you is actually the just some of the hosting really quickly. So we're hosting the Ubuntu 18.4 server on DigitalOcean, which has a public IP address. We have our actual website being hosted on INOS with bashbuster.org with an SSL cert. And we just have a backend MySQL server that contains users, flags, and website content. So let's jump on then. So when you get onto the website, you'll be greeted with the homepage. Recommended to make an account as you want to save your information maybe on the leaderboards. So when you're on this, if you have an account, you can log in. If you forget your password, you can do forgot password, and it'll be emailed you with a link to reset your password. So what we can do now is just register up. So we'll register our new account. We'll just call it with student101. Let's lowercase it. And we'll do with student@gmail.com. We'll do Hotmail just in case it's taken. And password, we'll just do 1234567 1234567 And we'll register up. So we'll redirect it then into the login screen. And we'll do with student 101, and we'll do 1234567 as the password. Remember me, and we're logged in. So in case we actually messed up our login, we can do with student 111 just in case. 1234567 We try to log in, invalid login. So we'll log in again just with our correct credentials. And we'll get in. So from here, if you want, you can change your username, your email, your password, and update, log out from here. You can go to our support if you have any bugs or encountering any issues with the website or server. So you can actually mail, basically what'll happen is you fill out the form and it'll go straight to me. So if you, this environment's for complete beginners who want to learn how to use Bash and how the actual command line works. So basically, if you were new, you would come to the homepage, read about why Bash is being used, about the challenges, and about our support, with just a little slideshow of the features we have. So if you're new, you'd go to Learn Bash. So basically, this is like a rundown of things you need to do to complete the challenges and a bit of the history as well. I have an overview of Bash, tips and terminology, just some tips to help you out. So I have code snippets here of, let's, for instance, listing contents and with little comments. And there's like a few here, just running two commands together, create new files, finding contents, zipping and unzipping. So basically, when you're comfortable with the Bash and you've read all this and you've done your own kind of little research, then you can move on to the starting the challenges. So if you were new, maybe you need help on how to connect, as you know, Linux isn't used that much as an operating system for most users, either Windows or Mac. But I've narrowed down to 3 of the best kind of solutions on how to connect. So the first one being PuTTY. I go through the steps of how to connect and download it. Windows, and then a cool little extension for Chrome that you can actually connect straight from the web browser. So every connection uses SSH. And what we'll do next is move on to our challenges. So the way this works is you connect to a server. You connect to the server. It's the same IP, different port every time. And a username. So challenge 1 is the username. Obviously for challenge 2, it'll be challenge 2. So once the flag, so you're basically connected to the website, find the flag. Once you found the flag, that will be the password for the next challenge. So you can't move forward unless you have the flag from the previous challenge. So there's 12 challenges in total, 4 levels. So the first, obviously, challenge, we need to give the user the password. So what we'll do is we will actually connect it up. And you can, I'm just using a Ubuntu virtual machine. Kali Linux is a Linux distribution just to connect. And we will just grab the command to connect. Connect, and we're given the password. So we just need to copy this, jump back over, and get in. So as you can see, the first thing comes up is a message today. So instead of, normally if you connect to like a fresh Ubuntu, you would have like new Ubuntu updates, time to live, connection, stuff like that. Stuff that doesn't, really matter. I'd rather my own kind of banner and just advertising myself. So another cool feature. So this is like a kind of challenge plugin. So down here we have our users. How many users have completed the challenge? 6. And what we'll do is start the challenge. So if you've went through the Learn Bash page and you've kind of studied and worked through it, then you'll be ready for these challenges. You can always revert back if you need. So the first challenge being, I think our first flag is somewhere in this directory. Think you can find it. So if you know Bash and you know how to do, all you need to do is list ls and you'll find the first one. So just remember, this is for beginners and it is the first challenge. So it's pretty easy. And we'll check the flag. And perfect, we got it correct. So if we wanted to restart, we could just restart the challenge. So another thing I was going to show you this is on the server side then, is if we wanted to create a file, we're not allowed. If we want to remove the flag, we're not allowed. This just stops people out because the server is public and anybody can connect to it. We don't want people removing the flag for other people so they can't play, or they want to create files that we don't need. So there's specific permissions set up. Each challenge is separated into Docker containers. So basically this one Ubuntu server is running 13 different Ubuntu servers itself. So yeah, we'll move on to another challenge here. So let's go to, we'll do maybe the first challenge here of challenge 7. Challenge 7, level 3. We'll grab the address again, disconnect from our last session, reconnect in. Now, I'm just going to grab the password that I have here just because I haven't completed a challenge before. So usually a user would have the password for this already because they would have completed challenge 6. We'll jump in and we have the same message, same welcome message, and we'll start the challenge. First challenge then, we need to unzip this file, keep an eye out for the flag. So with ls, we can see that it's called unzipme.zip. So if we do unzip me.zip, it will bring up basically permission denied, but if you keep an eye out, you can actually see the flag being displayed. So that might catch people out, making it a bit more of a challenge, and that's on purpose. So we're going to submit this, and we got it correct. So now we're going to move to level 4, and we'll do challenge 7, for instance. We'll grab this connection command, we'll exit out, paste it in. Now I'm just going to grab the password for it because I haven't completed challenge 10. Connect in, perfect. So we'll start a new one again. So the flag is contained in the last line of this file. It's too long to scroll. So basically, if we check the flag out, we can see that there's a file saying this is it. And maybe if we try to read it, it's just too long. We can't go through all of this information, try to find a flag. So there has to be a different way. So what we'll do is tail n1 and this is it. So basically what this is doing is picking the last line from that file. We'll grab it out. It's just jargon, and there we go. We have our third flag. And submit, Perfect. Now, this might seem easy that I'm doing it, but I just know how to do it. If you're a new user, you definitely might find this a bit more challenging than the first one. But after you complete and you're happy, or maybe you've done a few and you want to check your score, you can go to the leaderboards. So we signed up as with student 101, so we were only position 4 on the first challenge. We did it in 32 seconds, which isn't the best. We did a challenge 7, and we got top score on that one, so perfect. And challenge 11, we got second, so not too bad. So that's basically my project. Now, if you do want to use the leaderboards, you would have to log in because you need to save obviously your username and stuff like that. So that's basically it. Thanks for your time.